Hello everyone, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope everyone is doing well today. Guys, I know it's been over a week or about a week since I posted a video. I apologize for that. I actually did make a video in between to post, but I did not like the project, so I said, forget it, I'm not going to do it. I've been super busy planting my container gardens and working on the gardens up here at the cabin. I now have four 4x8 raised beds up here, so I've been really busy, guys, so I apologize. But the other thing is, I don't know why my mojo again is like in the toilet, and I don't know if it's because I've been so busy doing other things that I've stepped away from crafting. I'm supposed to be working on my strip-a-day journal, which I haven't been, and I think that's a big part of it. I've taken a couple days off without doing any art, and then you lose your mojo. So low mojo, but I just want you guys to play along with whatever you want. What I'm going to do is to make some small master boards. I think somewhere I saw them called mistress boards instead of master boards or something like that. But anyway, I'm using this paper here. This is 6x8. This is Vicky Bouton mixed media paper. I love this stuff, and I'll tell you what, if you're going to add wet medium and stuff, this is really nice thick paper. But I'm not going to. I'm going to actually be using these for the base for my mistress boards or whatever, my small master boards, and I'm even using the back cover of the packaging as one also, because you know, if it's a master board, it's going to be cut up and used for something else anyway, right? But instead of working on something huge, I was going through some stuff up here, and I remembered I had these magazines, these quilting magazines, just two of them. But look at the pictures in these magazines. Now, you know I have that big quilting book, but that's at my other house, and it was just too big and heavy to bring along everywhere. And I didn't realize I had these quilting books up here, but I am definitely going to go to thrift shops and get some more of these, because they've got tons and tons of stuff. Just, you know, that you can cut out the pieces on, like all of this and whatever, this, it's just great stuff. So I took most out of this one. It's American Patchwork and Quilting. I've taken a lot out of this one, and what I thought I would do, instead of just slapping, you know, everything down and regretting it, I kind of tore out some that are of the same color wave. So I've got this set here, some quilt pieces that I've taken out that are in the blues and greens, and actually even some tanny colors here. So I thought maybe I'd do them kind of in color waves, and I'm just really going to be tearing or cutting. I think I might actually cut these, but you know, these pieces are way too big for this small master board. Now, if I was making a big one, I don't know if I've ever seen anybody make one as big as the, you know, you can get those pieces of white poster board at like the dollar store and stuff. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone make one that big. But, you know, you can certainly make them whatever piece of paper size you want, you know, whatever you have to use as a substrate. You know, you could use cardboard, but I think it would have to be pretty thin cardboard, because by the time you put everything else on there, you know, it's going to get too thick. You know, how are you going to really be able to use that? So I'm just going to be cutting out some of these things, and we'll just do a little slap and glue on and play. And I don't know, this is not going to be a terribly long video, because it's just, you know, making collage. But you know, do whatever. If your mojo is low or you don't have a project to work on, then just get some paper and let's just rip some things up and glue them down and make a master board, because I have an idea what I would like to use the master boards for when they're done. But I need to just go ahead and make the master boards first. So I'm just cutting out, you can see here, I'm just cutting out some pieces here of these blue little quilts and whatever. And I'll just see there's nothing else for that color wave on there. This is a pretty big piece here, so I think though I'm going to cut the white edge off. I don't want that. This is an actual picture of a quilt here, but it's got a, right here, there's a white border to the end, and I don't want that white border, so I'm just going to cut that part off. So I'm so in love with using quilt books, and I think Janet Nash might be the one who got me looking at quilt books, because she did a project, and I don't even remember what it was, but she used quilt patterns, like quilting patterns, to do something, and it was a while ago. So anyway, I think she's the one that got me started looking at quilt books. And then once I did, I was like, oh my goodness, there's so much in them that you can use. So much really cool stuff, right? So there's that. And then we've got these here, all these here. Well, let's get this big one first here. Look at this one. This is really pretty. I like this one. And this has the tans again in it. So like I said, I kind of went through and just picked out some that had kind of the same colors. They're not all identical, which is good. And I'm going to say on this board, because the length of the video and so on and so forth, I probably will not do any painting on this or stamping on this time. I might do that off camera, and then you'll see what I used, what I want to use these for, what I want to use these little master boards for. So let me just get some of this little one here. That's not quite square, so let me just square that up a little bit. I mean, not that it's going to matter, because, you know, as you know, with the master board, you put everything down and then it's going to be cut in pieces, so it's not going to look at all like what, you know, what you started with. Now, I think actually, no, I think, well, okay, let's get some of the big pieces down. See this one right here? This page right here has a lot of different smaller pieces of fabric and patterns. These are actually, I think, quilts on this side, and this is fabric they used. I think these little pieces I'm going to put aside and put some big stuff down first, just to get something down, right? And I'm not going to obviously use all of this, this big one here, although I might use various parts of it. So let's go ahead and cut it in half. This is, I mean, I can't even imagine the work that goes into one of these quilts, right? So anyway, I don't know if you can see, my arms look horrendous, but I was out tackling my favorite blackberries again this morning, and getting out the last of the dead canes. Now that, and when I say the last, I mean the last in the small area of the 1/4 acre that I have been working on all summer. I have no way, shape, or form gotten close to getting this done. And I think it literally, it will probably take a couple years to get it done. Let me just move this up. I just need to see the top here and the side. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much because it can be trimmed, right? Sorry, and this is the desk that moves, so you might get a little jostled there. But anyway, so I was working on my blackberries again this morning, and got a little bit scratched up by them because it was too warm to wear. Usually I wear a long sleeve shirt, but it was just too warm for that this morning. So, okay, I cut that off. I'm confused by this quilt. I don't know where to cut it. All right, let me cut this strip off too, and I end it with this dark row here. This dark row here. Let's see where I want to put this. Let's see. Okay, so I don't like this one either, but I might use these little strips that are bordering this quilt. I'll probably use those either in the project itself that I want to use these for, or, you know, as I get this stuff down. I just want to get some stuff down. And this is about all I can muster right now. I do have some fun projects that I want to do. Like the one that I made the video that it was a total fail. And, you know, have you ever had a moment where you just don't understand, like, I don't understand why it failed? I watched a video, I did the same thing, and mine was just like a total fail. It's like, oh my gosh, what went wrong? Why was mine so terrible? And this was one that I did in my art journal, my magazine journal with my own art in it. And so I feel, in a way, I wasted the little piece of art, my little piece of art that I put on it. But one time, I will show you at some time. I will show you. Anyway, then, like, at, I don't know, I wasn't sleeping well one night. I think I was hot. And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. It came to me why I didn't use the media that I was using correctly. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like, what were you thinking? I was using, and I don't want to give too much away, but the media I was using like a different media. And then I wondered why it didn't work. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's that simple. So I want to try it again, but I can't do it. I don't think I can do it up here. Oh no, I cannot do it up here. I'll just tell you because I don't have everything here that I need. Now, I've got, see this? I mean, like I said, I'm just gluing down here, just the big pieces right now. Now, I've got this piece here. That's too purpley, that here. But this is kind of cool with the flowers on it. Do I want that on there? Or I've got a piece of, this is magazine that has just this green. Maybe I'm going to use a piece of this green magazine. It looks like I cut something out, and I'm going to guess what I cut out was probably a bird. This, I bet this is a piece from Birds and Blooms magazine. Let me see. I might just put this little piece of green down because there is green in these quilts, and this kind of picks it up a little bit. Let's see. I'm just going to put it somewhere. Let's see, if I do that, then what? Then what? Or do it here. No, I'm going to do it here. And see, I can tell it's not even square, but here, maybe I can square it a little bit. Maybe if I do it this way, I can follow the writing on the back. It's not square. I don't want to be too precious about this because what I want to use them for is not going to be precious. You know, if I was going to make some great masterpiece, then, you know, I could be more careful, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. We're just gluing right now because this is all the mental capacity I have. So, yeah, so I've been super, super busy. There's been a whole lot going on, just a lot of stuff going on right now. And nothing bad, nothing terrible. But just a lot. I just feel so overwhelmed by things. And, you know, I enjoy making videos and showing people what I'm doing and, you know, all of that. And having you play along. I love when y'all tell me you've played along with me. That's so fun, and I love that. But if you don't make videos, you don't understand that it is a pressure. You know, if you don't put a video up for a while, you're going to think, oh my gosh, you know, what's going to happen? You know, nobody's going to be watching, you know, or blah, blah, blah. They're going to forget about my channel, or I've let them down. I feel like I let them down. And there's some pressure there. So when you have pressure, then you've got to make something. You've got to come up with something. And sometimes that pressure in itself can kill your mojo. So, you know, I know that you all have a heart and you understand that. But, you know, I just wanted to mention that sometimes we can't, you know, put up all the videos we intend to put up or whatever. And especially, like I said, this last one, I had a video that I wanted to put up, but I did not like the result. And I truly, it was because my error. And I can't wait till I can try it again. I just don't have one of the things I need here to do it, or I would make a video while I'm here. I tried to get it, but this is such a tiny town. There's just no way. The only thing I have available to me here is a dollar store. That's it. So, all right, so see, I mean, this is kind of cool, right? This is just a master board, and this is not adding, even though this paper is super thick, it's not adding, this is not adding a lot of bulk because it's the thinner magazine paper, right? So let's go ahead and put some strips on it. Let's try to cut them a little bit cleaner. So what else has been going on with me? Oh, yeah, so I know that you all know that if you've watched my channel for any amount of time that I'm a vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian for 35 years now. And I really, really wanted to eat more. I'm not going to say vegan, because you can eat vegan and it's not necessarily healthy. I want to eat more whole food, plant-based, which means, you know, foods, you know, there's no ingredients other than the ingredients, you know, like it is what it is, right? Like oatmeal, that's something, you know, oatmeal with dates and, you know, whatever. But, you know, there's lots of cookbooks. Don't think, oh my gosh, that sounds so boring. No, I mean, there are recipes, delicious recipes and stuff for whole food, plant-based. And that also will help me with the weight loss that I'm trying to complete. But anyway, my husband had bought me a cookbook, and he didn't even know this. I mean, he just bought me a cookbook. Sorry, I have to have some coffee. Sorry. So he didn't even know. He bought me the cookbook, and it's called Plant U, and Plant and then Y-O-U. And it is a whole foods plant-based cookbook. It says it's a vegan cookbook, but basically, for the most part, it's a whole food plant-based cookbook. And I have been cooking some stuff out of there, and oh my goodness. It's one of these cookbooks that I like. I told him yesterday that if I had to get rid of every one of my cookbooks in my collection, every one of them, that one I would keep. That would be the one I would keep, because she doesn't use ingredients that you don't know what they are. She doesn't use ingredients that most likely you don't have or couldn't get easily. You know, now she might use like mushrooms or something. Well, I don't always have mushrooms, but, you know, I can go across the street to the grocery store and easily get mushrooms, right? She's not using weird things that you're like, what on earth is that? I've never heard of that, you know, whatever. So it's easy to get ingredients, and most of her recipes, I'd say, have about 8 ingredients, including like herbs and spices, and they're quick too, which is another thing, which is like, ugh. So what did I make? Oh yeah, so yesterday I made this penne, well, it's supposed to be penne. I didn't have penne, so I used farfalle. I used the little bow tie pastas. I don't know how to say that. So I used those, and do I want to put any, you know, okay, no, I'm going to say, I said I wanted to save some of these small pieces for the actual, what I'm going to use them for. Okay, so I'm just going to call this one good right now, okay? So this right here. Now, I can paint on it, I can stamp on it, I can do all kinds of things, and I might. But right now, we're just gluing. So I'm going to put that one aside, and I'm going to get my next color wave, and we'll keep going. So then I've got this one here. Let me grab another piece of paper here. So what did I make? I made this pasta dish with the bow tie pasta that had spinach, raw spinach. You grind up raw spinach, basil. You make pesto out of basil, spinach, garlic, nutritional yeast, what else was in the tomato? A tomato, which I'd never put tomato put a tomato in pesto before, but you couldn't even tell. That was weird. I thought it would turn it brown or something, but it didn't, because it was a fresh tomato. It didn't. You couldn't even see the tomato, but that was in there, and it adds a nice light flavor. And what else was in it? There was a couple other things. Anyway, it was delicious. It was, and you make this pesto. All you do is put all those ingredients in the blender, blend them up, and then cook your pasta. And when your pasta's done, oh, walnuts was another thing that was in there. But she said pine nuts, but if you don't have pine nuts, you can use walnuts. Well, okay, if y'all have ever cooked with pine nuts, I love pine nuts, by the way. They're delicious. But even at Costco, they're like $36 a pound right now. And I'm like, there is no way I am eating pine nuts right now. So I used walnuts instead, and it's just fine. A lot of times my husband and I, when we have basil left over at the end of the summer, my husband will make a big old thing of basil and then freeze it in smaller portions. And we only use walnuts. We don't use pine nuts. Yeah, that's $36 an hour. It's a little bit outside of my wheelhouse for just a nut, right? To put on something, actually, not even on it. Although, when I do go to my favorite Middle Eastern restaurant, that my Tuesday night Bible study, women's Bible study, we've been going to this restaurant once a month for a couple of months now. And after we went the first time, it's a Middle Eastern restaurant. After we went the first time, everyone loved it so much. When it came to the second month, we're like, well, where are we going to go for dinner? And everyone's like, well, you know, I really like Aladdin. Why don't we go back there? You know, okay, so that's now where we go. That's just where we go. And I'll tell you, their servers there are so nice, because we can be a party of 9 or 10, you know, and that's not always so easy. And, you know, sometimes we have people with food allergies and whatever, making it even, you know, a little bit difficult. They have the best servers there. They are so patient and so good. Anyway, I digress. So when I go there, I do get pine nuts. I get a salad. It's actually called pine nut salad, but it is just a nice salad, fresh salad with cucumbers, and I get it with feta cheese. You can pick which kind of cheese you want. I do get it with feta, and pine nuts, walnuts. Here's my other piece here. Pine nuts, walnuts. Now this piece here, I'm not sure if it actually goes this color. Does that go? I don't know. But look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this. Is that not awesome? Some of this has got to go on here. Let's see here. Which side do we want? The more orangey, or the more green blue-y? Oh my gosh, they both go so well. All right, I'm just cutting it in half, and we're just gonna see. So, yeah, so that salad that I get there, oh, it has pine nuts in it. But that's like the only place I get pine nuts, because it's too expensive. All right, this is just fabulous. I think these fabrics that are in these stacks here are batik fabrics, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, do you make batik with wax or something? It's some different process. Okay, now I don't want to get too line caught up in making it just 4 squares. I need to get some different shapes in here. So let me cut that again. All right, let me just get this big part down though, and we'll layer on top for that. How's that? That sounds like a plan, right? So I hope you all have been doing well. I hope you've been enjoying your spring. It's just a little bit, you know, because I'm trying to grow so much, it's just been kind of stressful to get everything done that I need to get done. And then there's always weeding and, you know, everything else with the garden. It just kind of is consuming at the beginning of the spring. And my blackberries, I was telling myself today as I was fighting with them again, that once I do this, and it's probably going to take me 2 years to get that whole thing done, the whole part I want to get done, because it's just so much. But once it's done, it won't be so bad, because then it will just be like maintenance, you know. I won't have to take out so many dead stalks. This is just this has just been a project because it was neglected for so long, you know. And it's, you know, just think if you, I don't even know if you can imagine what it looks like, you know, like wild blackberries just all encroached on each other, you know, a quarter of an acre of that, you know. And I do have huckleberries in there too, so I have to be a little bit careful. I don't want the huckleberries all in the blackberries. but I don't want to take them all out either, because I was thinking this morning that I think they might be, you know, having other things besides the blackberry that might be, you know what, let's use this bigger piece. I do need a bigger, I cut these all too small now. What's this? Oh no, I can use this one. I forgot I had this one. Let's use this one. Let's use this one over. Let's use that one in the middle there. And so, what was I talking? I was talking about the blackberries. Oh yeah, and the huckleberries. That I don't want to take them all out because I think they might be also providing some erosion control for that hill. So I have to be real careful because I saw some really pretty rocks. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to dig these out. And then I'm thinking, well, you know, you better not dig all those rocks out either, or your hill might go. It's quite steep. And I thought, yikes, I don't want to, you know, find out that I'm making my whole front yard go away because I've been digging up all the rocks that are holding it together. Let's see here. We want to go sideways with that one? No, because we're sideways with this one. Let's go up and down. But should we use that one? Yeah, let's use this one first. So, yeah, anyway, I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining why it's been a while since I have been on. And once everything starts growing, I will make a video and I'll show you. Although I do have kale, 2 kinds of kale, Swiss chard, onions, and radishes growing already in my garden here. And at home, my other house, I've got kale, spinach. I think I've already told you what I have there. I just planted some carrots, beets, all kinds of herbs. Anyway, lots of stuff, lots of good stuff. So I can't wait for it all to be in. But when it's growing, I'll make a little video about that if you're interested. All right, so put that there. Now this is kind of cool. This is like just a color strip. I think what this magazine, on one side they show you the real quilt, and then on the other side they show you the pattern. I think this might actually be the pattern for this piece. So anyway. Whoops, oh no, oh, take it easy there. My glue got too used there, and I crunched up that piece a little bit. Where do I want to put this? I like to put them between the pieces to, you know, kind of give it some cohesiveness or whatever. All right, what else do I have? Now I've got this one, but this is so blue. I'm actually not going to use that, I don't think, for this one. What else do I have? Now these little rocks here, can you see these little rocks here? They might be used for the actual project itself that I'm going to use these boards for. I don't know, but I'm saving all these other pieces. And I might just put one more piece in here. Maybe something like that. Or should it go up and down? No, I think sideways. I think sideways. See, just doing this is making me happy. Just gluing stuff is making me happy. And I'm going to be trying very soon, this week sometime, I'm going to be trying a different video editing program. So hopefully I can make better videos that I can actually piece together, because okay, there's another one. How much time? Oh, okay, I've already gone over my time. Okay, so I'm going to have to meld this video. Okay, that's going to take some time. All right, well, I'm just going to go ahead and glue this. I see here my little edge here came up. I need to glue this part down again. Okay. All right, I think I'm just going to end with the 2 here. And where's my other one? Here, these 2. So this is all I did, guys. Take some quilting books or magazine, whatever images you want, and just put them on some cardboard and make some mistress boards or boards or whatever they are, the small master boards. And then hopefully later this week we'll be making a project out of those. So if you want to play along with that project, pull out some of your old master boards or make some new ones, and then you can play along with me later this week when we make something fun, some fun ephemera with these. All right. So guys, I'm sorry again about the delay in making a video. I'm glad that I was able to at least put this one up for you. I miss you guys. I really do. I miss your comments and everything, which I have not responded to, so forgive me. I will get to that. And yeah, we'll carry on from here. So guys, I hope you liked this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I ask that you do. And until the next video, I hope you're all truly blessed. Bye-bye.